So in the last class, we came to know, right, where HTML stands, that layer architecture we discussed, and what is the need for HTML, why we're supposed to learn HTML. Could you anyone speak out why you are learning HTML? Anyone?
So for web designing.
Correct. Anyone else?
Sir, HTML define how the web page look and
Okay.
how to display content with the help of element.
Correct. So HTML, even I is also correct. HTML is for the web design, mainly the web page, whatever we will design. No? So that designing will be based on our HTML code. So HTML is nothing but our hypertext markup language. Okay, uses a markup system composed of element which respond specific elements, specific contents of element. Like markup means that with HTML, you declare what is presented to a viewer, not how it is presented. Like what is presented to a viewer, how it is presented, that we have shown you, like in our middle layer, like business layer, we will be doing the business logic, we'll be writing in the code and all these things. This is how, means how it is presented. But what is presented, that is what is HTML, what we are trying to learn. So visual representations are defined by, again, along with this HTML, these visual representations are defined by cascading style sheet called CSS. That also we learn immediate after HTML. Now, these are, one other, like, partner like that. You can say that HTML and CSS. Without HTML, CSS is, without CSS, HTML is not complete, and without HTML, CSS is also not complete. Yes.
They're complementary to each other.
Complementary to each other, exactly. So, and that is what I'm telling. Taking all these things, we are going to look at the browser level. Okay. But still, the existing elements that allow such, like, some front element, or, entire, some other elements are that specific element that we'll talk about. The definition of that element we'll talk about. But overall, the HTML is nothing but is hypertext markup language, as you know, in the for web development, in the web page, how means what it looks like. It's what is presented to a viewer. That is what is the HTML and CSS is to do. It is not how it's presented. So this is the difference between what and how. What means that HTML and CSS, and how means we'll be putting the business logic inside. Okay. Is this clear to all?
Yes, sir.
But on top of that, let me tell you, HTML is also sometimes called a programming language also, but it has no logic. Then if you are thinking, what are you talking, sir? Programming language without any logic? Yes, sometimes it's called a programming language also. So it is a markup language actually, as I told you. HTML tags provide semantic meaning and machine readability to the content in the page. I repeat again. HTML is sometimes it's called as a programming language. Why? But it has no logic inside. Means no programming logic we have in the HTML. The tag itself is a markup language, right? So the tag, it provides that semantic tag. Suppose there is one tag. The tag is, we'll be reading those tags. Okay, we'll be knowing those tags one by one. So those tags are having their own meaning, semantic meaning, and machine readability to the content of the page. So that's the reason. So this much we can say. Like, the element, as I told you, like, that specific meaning or syntactic meaning to that tags provide. And even there are some element, and usually, see, one element usually consists of tag. So we have to understand here elements and tag and all these things. So these are the basic nuts and bolts I'm discussing with you all. If you have your pen and paper, you can note it down also. Okay. So maybe end of the class or something like that, I'll share some good tutorials and all PDF version. But these things you need to understand very thoroughly, very clearly. This is the very basics. See, now there is something called element. What is that element? An element usually consists of opening tag. Opening tag in the sense support element underscore name. Okay. And closing tag is equal to, so how we write it? Okay, let me open something. So if I put it here in chat, I'm putting, okay, suppose something, we can say element underscore that name. So this is the opening tab. This is the opening tag. But if you have that opening tag which contains the element's name surrounded by the angular brackets and the content is in between, what I mean to say is,
Sir, are you presenting the screen?
I'm typing in the chat. Are you able to see the chat?
A or B?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, this is small one, so that's what I'm presenting in the chat. If it's a bigger one, I'll do that. I'll share my screen. Okay. So now the element name we have to define that. Inside that, whatever the content has to be there, means it has to be there. It has to be there in the content. Suppose content. We'll do some example. No worries. Now once you started that element, you have to close that element. Correct. So this is how, means like this is how we used to write that tag, and there are some HTML element that doesn't have a closing tag also of any content. So that is called void element. That is called what? That is called void element. Actually, I need a board, but that is called void elements. I'll talk in that regarding this. Because see, element, I opened an element, I closed an element, right? You can see there, right? Slash element, okay. Actually, it should be element's name. It is not correct what I wrote. That is mistake. How exactly it is? It should be the same. It should be the element underscore name. So this is how it is, okay. Whatever the element, and the inside will be the content and element name. But there are some HTML elements which doesn't have the closing tag or any content inside. So that is called void element. What is those void element? I'm talking about void element.
Sir, paragraph
Sir,
element.
tag.
Tell me the name
Sir,
of the void elements.
Sir, break tag, paragraph tag.
HR
Correct.
tag.
Correct. And there are something meta tags are also there. Okay. There is some link tag, input tag,
Sir, image tag.
IMG tag. Okay. While you'll be doing project, or while you'll be learning, so do some practical practical and all these things, that time will come to know. Okay. So this is called void element. Now, element can be though as an descriptive keyword for the content, but they contain such as means void, audio, table, footer, and all these things also. Inside the element, we can give those tags. Actually, these things have to show you in the example, but still try to understand what I'm telling. See, HTML page, okay. Suppose, for example, HTML page consists of potentially hundreds of elements, which are then read by a web browser. And suppose in a web browser, there are hundreds of elements is there for the page, and which is in the web browser and interpreted and rendered into a human readable format. What you can see, like table or some footer or some video images or some audio images, something like that. Okay. So even those are elements, but we can tag those. What I mean to say is, try to understand. Even it is not getting inside your head, just listen properly what I'm telling. Now we'll prove it when we're doing the code. Elements, if I say elements in the sense, suppose it can be elements, video or audio or table or footer, something like that. So this can be element. Now, even I can make, these are the tags like, if I want to make it tag, then it should come to a colon line, this video, then again audio, then again table, But when you will say footer, even there also nothing is required for footer. But if I say HTML and body, that should be ended with the close tag. Okay, so these kids understand, try to understand what the terminology I'm talking. Please try to be familiar with those terminologies, because I'll be using again and again when we'll be doing some project, when we're doing some implementation of the code, correct? So I talks about what void elements, I talks about tags, I talks about elements, I talks about void elements. Then I'm talking about how this element is represented, and even though there are some elements which is where there is a business logic required, but it's not required, something like that. Okay. Now, as someone told, right, when there is something called break tag, correct? Or that paste tag. Okay, those things right now it's not recorded, but still. But see, if you are having interest and curiosity, if you want to go inside of this element, then I can talk more. But if you think for this point of time it is okay, then it's okay. Because so so what we learned so far? Tag we learned, right? Elements we learned. Means we know what is tag and what is element. Void elements and all. You please note down all these terminologies, please. Yeah, someone is telling something. Hello. Yes. Yes, please. Someone is trying to tell something. Hello. Is that anyone asking something? I heard some voice. Okay, no worries. So this is the element header footer.
Sir,
See,
can I add something?
Yeah, what I asked is someone is trying to tell
No, sir,
something.
no, sir. I'm not talking that time.
No, I'm not telling you. Fine, no problem.
Sir, I want to discuss one thing, that the bold tag and strong tag, it's same. So what is the main difference between the bold and the strong tag?
See, the last time also someone asked same thing, right?
Sir, I didn't remember.
Last time also they have asked the same thing, correct? Bold and tag. So there is something called HTML5. Before that, there's I think there's no difference. But in SC, the difference between these two tags is bold is intended to draw attention to the text, while the strong tag also highlighted the text semantically and indicates that there is an important word or section of text. Means, see, both are highlighting the text. And overall, there is no meaning, like there is no difference at all if you look into the bold and if you go for the bold text and if you go for the strong text, look wise you won't get much difference over there. But in HTML5 there are something some means they are trying to define, but even I'm also not happy with that. But meaningfully, see, if you write two tags, one is bold and one is what you call, one is your strong tag. Let us do it. Okay, because let us do it, so then you will understand how it is. 1 minute, let me share my screen. Let me know once you're able to see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So what I was telling, I have Notepad++, I'm not sure. Yes, thanks. So what we'll do is, okay, so this is okay, already those HTML head and all, everything is there, right? So we don't have to do anything much, correct? So what we'll do is inside the body only we'll write something. Already H1 something was there, right? This is our first HTML page, what we did. So I think this is for the other class anyway. So this is how we used to write. So this is the HTML doc type. We'll discuss all this. Then it should be the head tag, HTML tag. Whatever I am starting the tag, that should be end. And this is the head tag, head, inside the head, whatever is. I'll run this page also. So where is the PCS global HTML training, right? Wait a second. PCS global HTML training. See, this is the page. See, if you look into this page, see the content of this page. This is our first HTML page, and HTML learning is the heading. See the code. Sorry, see the code. So this is my code. So this is under head. And this is under body. This is under body. And this is my opening HTML. This is my close HTML. And this is the doc type HTML. Okay. Now we want to do it as a strong. Suppose I want to put the strong tag. So instead of this, inside the body, what I'll do is, okay, suppose I'll do as a, let it be whatever it is there. Okay. Now let me, as I told you, if we want to open something and we want to close that thing, okay, I'll give you a strong. See, if you use that, you will get this strong. And if you write testing strong, strong. Okay. Now, as we know, we have to close it. Correct. It should come. STRO, if you say, this should come. That's what I'm trying to show you. See, strong. Correct. So this is strong. And one more we'll take. That is called bold. Testing bold. Now we'll close it. Fine. So yes, sir. Let's run this. Let's run this. Where is that? It's the code. Okay, let's okay, it is showing down. Let's do in the 1 minute. Let's do it here. Yep. I'm just trying to show you the difference so that you can feel it or not. See here, are you getting any difference between these two? One is
No,
testing
sir.
strong and testing bold. See?
No, sir.
But in HTML5, that's what I told you. You learn it. We'll discuss in depth about the elements inside the bold and the strong. Literally, there is no such difference. Okay. See, literally, there is no such difference. But still, you know, see this. This is my, see, this is my bold, right? I feel both are same. No
Sir,
difference.
similar thing is also with italic and EM tag.
Yeah, there's, see, the thing is people used to develop, right? People, so these are, you know, they used to develop APIs and all these tags and all these. So whoever has think whatever the way, because see, the HTML is the way of representation, right? So when you think about something making bold, they came up with the bold tag B, and someone, they want to make it as a strong, probably might be that is the same. So don't get confused with this unnecessary stuff. There are a lot of necessary things you have to concentrate on. Okay, so let's talk on that. Any confusion? This is correct, right?
No, sir.
Fine. So let's learn. Let's learn up to a certain level. Then really we can make any comments on this or can talk about all these things. Okay. Now already I shown you, right? Already I shown you a page like, but okay, we'll create some separate page. This is for the example because it should not be your first HTML page. So let's take another page. Okay. So suppose we have some pages and that we have to, if it is an HTML page, we have to save is at what? Save as
.html.
correct.
.html.
Is that HTML is available here? Or how I'll do it?
You can rename it also and in file .html. You can rename it.
Correct. We can rename it also. So whatever the file will give, I'll just give some file name. The initial file name. So here the first HTML. Correct. It's not Java, but still HTML.html. There is something called HTML as well. No worries on that part. Fine. So this is called HTML. Now in Notepad++, one beauty of this page is there is something called language. Okay. Inside there is called H. Already H is whatever the language. Suppose you want to learn Java. If you put Java, if you put JavaScript, if you put JSON, if you put JSP, those kind of taggings will be available in this Notepad++ editor. Okay, but definitely for JavaScript we can use, but for JSP and we won't be using this Notepad++. Notepad++ only for even not for JavaScript, only for this HTML and CSS and all. Okay, even CSS is also there. See, if you go to see here, the CSS is there, cascade styling sheet. So all the nodes will be available here. So I have done. So here there is something called, there is something called Doctype. There is something called Doctype. You need to understand this. What is this Doctype? Doctype and colon needs to give HTML. Document type. Okay. And one more, the previous way of doing is HTML is suppose it's not required also always. So if there is something called language, means you want to specifically you want to mention it, then you can mention it like our we like what we used to do, that is ENG, English. Correct. Now see I told you in initial time, I told you when we are talking about those tags which has not to be the HTML elements, so on that particular time something has to close, something is closing is required, something closing is not required. Okay, so this HTML tag, if you see here, so here we are not closing this HTML tag here. See previous line what we did, we opened here, we closed here, right? We opened here, we closed it down, but the meaning of that HTML will be the whole body. Definitely will be closing it. We'll be closing this HTML, but inside the HTML, all our activities will be going, all codes will be coming. Okay. Now even you can omit this language, not a problem. Now the first thing will be coming the head. Let's close it and let's write whatever you want to write. Tell me what we want to write. What is this head? Inside the head, what we supposed to have? Anyone having any idea?
Title and logo.
Exactly. Title in the sense, see the title in the C, HTML heading, HTML learning there, no? This star HTML learning is there, right?
Yes.
So those kind of things we will get. But here one more thing we can do, we can give the character set.
CSS code also.
This will come later. 1 minute. Let us first understand little bit, have some little grip on HTML, then we'll jump to CSS. Okay. Then we'll combinedly we'll mix it. Then we'll do a project. Fine. Is this idea is okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So in this head, there is something there is something, one more tag that is called meta. Inside that also we can write, but let's write separately since it's the first class. So we can write is meta. See, these tags are very important. They used to ask in the interview question. Okay, meta. What is this meta? We can define the character set. Char set we can define. There are many kind of char set. Which one we should supposed to give and which one like, you know, see this meta tag, there is no ending. We don't have to end the meta tag. I told you also previously, there are some tags you don't have to end it, the meta tag. Now inside that character set, we used to, you please note it down, Utf-8. And next class you will tell me what is this Utf-8 character set. Okay. Now inside the body, as I told you, we'll give the title. We give the title and we end it. See, always whatever the tag, no, we are opening, better to close it on that particular time so that you won't be having any mistake later on. You're getting my point, what I'm talking. So if you do it, so you won't get any error later
Yes,
on.
sir.
So inside the title, so this is our first HTML page, correct? We are given this title, or you can say hi, hello, whatever you want. Everything is possible. Even if you want to, if you for your convenient, you can make in the same line. You want to, you can make in the same line if you want to. Fine. Now head, inside the head, what we do means we have given the title. Now head we have started and head we are ending there. Means this is the head. Head we can see there in the title. Now what will come? The immediate basic things in the body. Correct? Basic things is the body. Now let's, as this is my way of coding, I always supposed to close this so that later on I should not have pain if my code is more big 4 file pages code. There I have to find where I have opened and where I have closed. So that scenario should not happen. So here we can say in this body, you can write anything. Okay, we can say hello world. And write hello world. First hello world. Correct. And okay, let's save it and let's run it. Let's see how. So what we did a HTML Doctype HTML. Please note it down. I'll be asking you these things in the next class. What is this Doctype HTML? You have to read it and you have to let me know. And this is very important of interview question also. Doctype HTML. Okay. Then what is Utf-8 character set? Doctype Utf-8 character set. What is character set and why you should use Utf-8? If not Utf-8, what are the other character set? If you use that, what will going to happen?
Sir, UTF-8 basically used to means give the number to any.
Fine. Next class. You go through it next class because you are not in front of me. Because we are so off online and connected with Google. So still I want to learn. If you know, this is really great, but still read it, mature your understanding, and we'll discuss in the next class about these questions. It will be coming again and again. So now, so this is the head. So the head is closed, body is closed. Okay, title is closed. So now HTML is also closed. Now if you can see here, see if I see inside the head, if I close this head, it is get closed. If I close this body, it's getting closed. If I close this HTML, the whole thing is getting closed, right? But this fellow is outside. This is the open question for you, why it is outside. And what is this Doctype? Is that without that we cannot do it? Okay, suppose I am running this, right? I am running this code. Where is that code gone? Yeah. Oh no, not this one.
Save it. You have to save it.
Here, right? We saved here first HTML. So if we run that, so this is our hello world, correct? And this is our first HTML page as a title we got, correct? Inside the head. This is our code, right?
See,
These
the
are
doctype
Yes,
is
sir.
a format of a HTML page, right?
Hello, come again.
And doctype is a format. Like text format is a HTML page. Doctype is a format of a HTML page.
Doc type.
Sir, it actually declares a document as a HTML file.
So suppose if I don't give this doc type, what see I already ran this code,
No,
right? So it
sir.
is right.
Sir,
So
it's
let
a
me
version of HTML.
let me chop out this.
What
Let me
version of?
let me chop out this. I don't want this code. This is how you can comment the code in HTML. Okay, I have just chopped out this. Okay, this code is no more. Let me run this. Let me run this code again. It is running. See, it is running. See, it is running. Where is that code? Let me show you. See, first HTML. See, it is running. Correct. Then what is the use of for being here? This doc type and here and here.
Sir, what version of HTML we are using? It represents.
Okay, you just read today. I'll talk to you next class about this. This doc type, this UTF-8, especially these two. These are very very important interview question on HTML. So this we did as a hello world. Okay, we just created one hello world and all these things. So we understand, right, how we can design a thing and all these things. And someone was talking about HTML that we'll be learning probably in the next card. But still, for your for your convenient, or since you told already, so what we can do is inside the head, whatever the head we are here, no. So inside the head only we can make some tag called style. Make some called stack style. So this style. See, there are some club here. So they are making some. Okay, there's the style, and again whenever you want you can close this style, because always you should close. See, it is closed. Now what do you want to give inside the style? Okay, so here now since we are writing style, so what we'll do, but inside the body whatever we have hello world. Okay, let's do the so here the margin will give. Style means the style itself, the meaning is the some styling will do. Okay, so color, some changes, some here and there, all these things. So suppose I want to make it the text align. Okay, if you say text align, see text align already came. There's lots of things are there. Text align, I just want to make it center. Text aligned, I just want to make it center. See, I just make it center. There is one column. Now, so the body part text aligned, I'll be doing as a center. Okay, it is done. Now again, now suppose this one I am defined inside H1. This one I am defining as a H1. This one I'm defining as an H1.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, after text align center, you have given semicolon and then the braces.
No, sorry. This is no. See, no. So no. This is not correct. Fine. So this is the this should be inside the. See, this style sheet. No, that should come under body. The style sheet should, but 1 minute. There is some mistake. What is the body? Yeah, we'll be playing here. See, we'll be define the style here, and the body will come here. 1 minute. Now you see. Okay. So inside that the text align will be center, and now each whatever each one I have given. So that each one we will be giving as each one. And now I want to change the color. Suppose make the color. What color you want? Red. Correct. Anything else? Now what left? See, style I have opened here, right? But I have not
Closed.
closed. I have not closed.
Enough you have
1 minute,
closed
1 minute,
it.
1 minute.
And
And so there are some problem in this code. I intentionally am writing this because once we run it, then we'll come to know what is the problem. Okay. So I'll close this. I want to close the style. Correct. Style is closed. Now, actually, whatever if we run this code now, there will be some error. Let's run it.
Sir, style tag should be inside head tag.
Correct. Should be inside head. There is no difference. There is no difference here. Now, if I chop this out, style tag should be inside head. Let be body. Let my body as it is. So inside head, right? So you close this style. Yeah, this body you take out. Now see. Align is on center, color is equal to red diamond. Okay.
yes, sir.
It's coming.
Yes, sir.
So this is how we can play with the visual of the elements, what we want to display to the audience. Correct? So that's what I told you. Please remember this terminology is very, very important for HTML at least. Like there is no logic, there is no business logic here inside that. HTML, potentially it doesn't contain any business logic, but it's the way of presentation, like how we present it to the viewer or the customer. Any doubt so far in this? What we are talking about HTML and all?
No,
No,
sir.
tell me.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So now, this is how like we have to this HTML tag and all this. See, there are a lot of elements. This is how we have to create a page. You have to create, like now, if I talk about this Doctype, what I said right here. So I was talking about this Doctype. See, Doctype defines the HTML version. Someone told also. Who told this HTML version? I heard someone told.
Sir,
Yes. So this define the HTML version using the document. There is something called Doctype, and there is something. Okay, forget about this. You just remember this HTML version. Okay. In the HTML5, we will discuss about HTML5 also. The Doctype is more because in the normal HTML, it is only the version. But if when we are talking about HTML5, so there are many things to talk about this Doctype, frankly speaking. So we'll see all those later on. Now see HTML, that is the main tag, then head tag, then meta tag I told. The meta, as I told you that inside the meta UTF-8. UTF-8 character, someone told something. Who told what?
Sir, it gives the unique code to all the variables, means the value of A is 122 or the value of spacebar is 60. This kind of information it gives.
Okay, see this kind of information known as what? In technical term, what we call? Correct. What I was saying, that is correct.
Sir, ASCII code.
But what we
ASCII code.
call?
ASCII code.
ASCII code.
No, that is fine. What I'm trying to understand is the first time you told it is giving, but what is that told? It is actually done. But have you heard of metadata?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It gives browser some metadata about the document. Metadata in the sense?
Binary information, sir.
Correct. So this character set attributes declares the character encoding system. Okay. So modern HTML documents should always use UTF-4. even though it is not an requirement, but used to give as a UTF-8. In HTML, the meta tag doesn't require a closing tag, as I told you here also. See, these things are very, very small, but these are the very, very tricky interview question, as I told you. Okay, so please be aware of this. And HR, see, heading page, like a level H heading page, I put that H1 here, no, hello world. See the difference how came here. So this HTML is such a thing that you have to do practice. You have to do practice. So a lot of codes will be there, lot of tags will be there. Okay, lot of anchors, lot of hyperlinks kind of stuff will be there. So you have to read those initially. Okay, you have to practice by creating your own HTML, by practicing your own HTML. I'll give you those list to be practiced. Okay. And will be discussed one by one in the next class, because before that someone is doing something. So before that, you should be little comfortable on all these tags and all. So for that reason, my request is,
Sir, can I say something? Hello?
pardon, come again.
Sir, there is you type the text align center. Why it did not, in center?
Your voice is
Hello.
not audible. Be a little louder and take your mic close to your mouth. Tell
Sir,
me.
you
Yeah.
type text align on center, right?
Correct.
But the hello world is not in center.
So this is the page of the center.
Okay. Understand.
So if you create a table, no, that time you will be knowing what is center and what is left and what is right.
Okay.
That's what I just wanted to make you do that. See, until and unless you will make your hands dirty, you will never understand this HTML, because these are the representation part. There's no logic you are going to implement. There are some tags, some representation, you know how to put and what to put. You getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So you have to be honest yourself, and you have to make that effort. So I'm showing you one link, okay, where from my life, means maybe in when I started my career in 2005. So I learned from here, w3school.com. I'll send you the link. Hardly 1 hour it will take. Frankly speaking, if you can detach yourself from the outside world and fully you can give some time,
Sir,
so it will take hardly 1 hour.
Hello, sir. You told us in the previous sessions about these websites.
About
this website, you told
that's
us.
what, again I'm telling, again I'll be telling you, I'll be repeating many things again and again, because people are nowadays very busy and very engaged with the other activities. So it is my primary duty to remind you again and again. Okay, if you feel bad sometime, let me know. I'll stop telling that. But
No,
if
sir,
you are
no,
not,
sir, no,
but
sir.
I will be doing
I'm
that.
just telling you.
No, that's fine. It's absolutely okay. No problem. So I told you, my class will be interacting. It is not that always I'll be talking. I want everybody want to speak. Speak out, please.
Sir, can I?
Otherwise, I won't be knowing anything. See, simply you are listening, simply you are keeping quiet, or suppose, means I'm not telling you are doing that. Suppose we are offline, right? So I'm not able to see you, you are not able to see me. Correct. So suppose you are listening in the class and you are in the WhatsApp. I don't know what you are doing, but I'm telling you very frankly, you are simply wasting your future. For me, when I joined industry, I didn't have anyone who came and show me the path. We got the work, we got the project assignment, we started learning, we used to do the coding, we had the deliverables, we got scolding from our boss, but still we give the deliverable. We stretch out, we stretch late, but we learn. But here I'm showing you the path, but the effort you have to give. And if you didn't give the effort, if you didn't follow the path, when you'll be doing some project, so that time you'll be feeling like, you're getting sleepy like that. But really, out of this, if some 2, 4, 5 people also learn something, means they have really worked hard, they'll be really enjoying the project when I'll be doing. And I'll be talking about the real-time development topic. It's not like any theory. So please try to cooperate with me, at least for sake of your career.
Sir, can I ask something?
Pardon. Yes, please.
I'm telling that you have added the
Be
style tag.
little louder.
Sir, you have added the style tag in the head. So we can directly use the style tag in H1, that H1 tag
Exactly,
also.
you can do it, but
Ah,
that's
but
what
so-
I'm
so-
telling.
Yes, sir. So why we should if we want to predefine each other tag,
This
why
is
should
the way of representation. See, I'll show you some
Okay, sir.
code. Wait. I'll open this Gmail, your Gmail only. See, this is our Gmail page, right? And
Yes, sir.
all pages having inside the HTML pages. Do you see how it looks like? I'll just give you one glance. See, if you go to view source, this is the view source of Google. Could you understand what is where?
Sir.
So this is, I'm giving you a big tonic, as this tonic should not be this much big. See this code. Are you getting anything? So you can see there is a lot of script, lot of method, lot of many things. And not only that, in this HTML code, we can write JavaScript also. See, here we can write script also. And when we are adding those script over here, so that time you have to, so you should know the basics where you will not get any error. On top of that, now you are the king of the page. Wherever you want to give whatever the things yourself, you can present it. So for the betterment of the purpose of the big codes, so these don't get squared, but don't get scared by seeing this code. Okay, nothing, because these people also started from the sketch. But what mean the people means those who are working in Google nowadays. So they also started this HTML tag body and all. Okay, now they're writing this kind of codes. So what I'm trying to tell is, once you understand, what we used to do is, for the betterment of our understanding of our code, we used to do the commands like I have shown you right here. See, if you, so this is head, like here, if you write, see, it is just simply for the namesake. I'm sure there's nothing to write. This is head. Suppose you have to design a very big HTML page. Okay, this is, I think this is overdose. I should not give overdose. Let us take something PCS global. Let's take PCS global.in. Okay, so this is our website. So let's take this HTML. See, go to the view source. See, this is, they have done like one page. It's coming like that. Okay, there are some scripts are there. Okay, line up. See, if I take this HTML and if I put it over here, where was our editor? See how it's looking like. See, this is one HTML Doctype they have used. Now HTML, now this is head. Okay, let's now see the beauty. So if I put it as an HTML, now it will change the color. See, are you getting? So this is head, now this is title, and this is again style. Now see, in style they have given the text CSS and all this family they have written. Now this head ended here. Let me head close here. Then body started here. What we did, body started here. Now H1, all these things break. I'm not taking it. I'm just taking the main part. So this is the body. Now this is the HTML. Now this is the base. So now suppose if I save this one, let me save this code. See, this is what I'm seeing here, right? I copied from here only. See, so this is the code. Okay, so this is the code of PCS global.in. Oh my God. Is that screen sharing on?
No, sir. Off.
No, sir. Off.
It is there, right?
No, sir.
No,
Gone.
sir. Off, huh? 1 minute. I suspected that it's gone. Let me know.
Yes,
So
sir.
see, this is a copied from where? This is a copied from here, right? Or PCS global. This is our PCS global code only, correct?
Yes,
so there
sir.
are this many things. So this is the view source I did. Now save us this page as an HTML. Let me save this page as an HTML. Okay. I saved, correct? This is an HTML. I'll go to the folder, I'll run it. Why I'm doing that, I'll tell you what is my intention. So I'm running it, PCS global. See how the page is coming, 404. File not found, they are telling. The reason because, see, when this one I wanted to show you, because this is running on server, okay? And this page, this is not a complete page what you're seeing here. This is might be some tag, something is there, but this is not a complete page. And you have to, okay, in the last class, probably in the last day of HTML, it's a question from now from you, even though why it should show as an 404? Because this is also a page, right? This is also a page we just saved as an HTML, correct? All tags, everything is there. See, all tag, everything is there. But at least you should get this HTML status 404. But it is showing from the, see, server status 404. It is not found. So this question I kept for you after learning HTML, not now, because this also I saved as an HTML. No, this also I saved as an HTML. Maybe this is little complex code. Complex means not the complexity I can show you here, but since there is something called AngularJS they have used, so the AngularJS tags are there inside. So those tags, okay, those tags are not here in this HTML because those are not simply HTML. That time we have to do some, we need to learn AngularJS. We'll be learning that web development, okay, and doing that they have used. But see this whenever see this HTML status code 404 found, right? So this is the title, correct?
Yes, sir.
See, the title is there. Title is here. Title is coming, but the thing is page is not coming because HTML, inside the HTML page, we can add lot of things in coming days. As answering to your question, you have to understand the tags and their right definition. Now the style you can make it your own way. So that's the reason I've shown you the Google also. They never mind how it looks like and where which is there. They just make sure they understand this code and it is correct. The compilation, there is no error. So for that you need to understand the basics of this HTML, these tag libraries. Okay, you read these tag libraries and get back to me in the next class. We'll be discussing whatever the doubts you people are having by reading this. And this is so beautiful things. So beautiful things is if you go extreme end, you know, extreme end, there are something called exercise. So please don't miss that. HTML reference, no? There are some exercise examples are there. HTML examples. Don't miss those. After reading, no? See, there are some example and you can do it from your own. See, suppose heading, as we told, no, heading. So if this, how this heading, see, the doc type is there, HTML closing body here, H1, H2, H3, H4, these are the heading. So these are the different kind of headings they've given, correct? So this is one part. Similarly, you'll be having lots things to do it from your own. Okay, so I'll be next class probably discussing some important part which you should concentrate on, but basics readings you have to do, or else you tell me I'll be completing the reading, I'll be asking the question, anything, all are up to you, because those kind of things will be there. Because end of the day, in the coming, maybe in down the line 2 or 3 class later, we'll be doing some project. And after this, I'll be starting the CSS. Once the CSS and HTML is complete, then I'll be doing one project. Okay. So that project probably I'll be executing in Saturday for the other batch, other 2 batches. So though that class will be really, really interesting because you have to understand those things. Are you getting, people, what I'm talking? You people all are keeping silence like anything.
Yes, sir. We are getting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We get it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So please cooperate at least again for the sake of your career, okay, and for the sake of at least see see what I'll get out of this is if people really learn and grow. This is a great thing.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So this much, guys, for today, okay. And let's only reading will not help. You have to make your hands dirty. Download Notepad++, as I shown you. If you are something like that, at least you take this code, copy it from here, take it in the Notepad++, open a file, put it over there, save is a .html encoding. You do a see this encoding. Utf-8, what I was talking about, encode 8 into bomb, it will B bomb, 16 LE bomb, convert to ANSI. So what are all these? What is the difference between these and these? Okay, so people nowadays they ask, go to language, select is as an HTML. HTML is not selected. See the color will change. Save this page as a testing1.html. Whatever means, whatever the name, whatever the topic you are giving, you do like this and run this page, and you see this is coming. So now you change in the code. Where was it gone? Yeah. Now you change the code. You can run here also. You can try there also. But if you take my suggestion, if you at least write 5 to 10 HTML code for the different topic, then you'll be habituated of writing this HTML body tag on all these things. Because on the basis of this basic skeleton, I'll be adding script, I'll be adding many things on the HTML. That time the whole code won't be a burden for you, as I shown you in the Google. Okay, if you know the basics, then it won't be showing you as a burden. That time you'll clearly identify which is what. If you minutely see here, see they have also done the same. See Doctype HTML, they have started HTML, they have given this language is equal to GB, NGB, and they are having head, they're having some base, they're having some script, all are the same. But since this is a huge one, you are feeling like that. So once you practice and once you do, so these things will go. Okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. So thanks. So this is the things for today. Okay, so please, little some time. As I told you, it will take wcschool.com. It will take hardly 1 hour. If you are able to free of interaction of the outside world. If you're sitting, if you're able to concentrate 15 minutes. And this way, at least 1 hour, I request you put at a time that 1 hour. Okay, put at a time that 1 hour. Just read it and practice it, and then we'll meet.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. Okay. Anything else anyone want to ask? Any question? Any doubt? Any further? Anything?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Have a nice time. Okay, guys.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
sir. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.
Thanks. Bye.